Welcome back to Blile Dev. This is Bo again. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an alert appear on your iOS app. I've already got some things going already, a little example here. I've already got a project open and I've created a button here and I've had with the text show alert. In my view controller, that same button is actually an action called alert pressed. And so I'm just going to show you really quickly how it is that you would implement an alert within your app development. It's typically like an error message or a success message. You do want to keep your alerts to a minimum, as to release apps in iOS, Apple requires that you only use alerts to a minimum, only when absolutely necessary. They have a certain protocol they like to follow, and if you have too many alerts, they will reject your app. And so I recommend being careful when you use them. However, they are very fun and very cool to use within your app. And so let's get over here to our view controller. I've actually got the code already written out here. I have a function called show alert, which I'm just going to place right here in my view controller. And basically all it's doing is reading in a title, which is going to be the main heading of the alert, and a message, which is a short message that might follow, maybe a description of what the error is if you run into an error. And so I'm going to actually give you guys a link where you can see this. So if you don't want to have to copy it verbatim or figure it out on your own, you can just copy and paste into your own project. I don't mind. That works perfectly. And all we're going to do is, I actually have this as well. It's really simple. Anywhere where you want to use an alert, you're just going to say show alert, and then you say title. It seems not to like this, so I'm going to say success. Actually, let's do it all caps. Success. And for the message, you have pressed the button. Congrats. So really simple. You can actually implement this anywhere. You can put it inside an if statement so that if a certain condition isn't met or something happens that you don't want to happen, maybe it will return an error message. For our purposes though, in this example, whenever that button is pressed, that alert button, we are just going to output a simple alert saying success, you have pressed the button, congrats. And so I'm going to show you guys how this would work. We have the iPhone 7 Plus. We're going to use the simulator for this to show you how this works. Just take a second to load here. And like I mentioned earlier, there are certain protocols that Apple makes you follow when you're releasing an app. And so if you're thinking about releasing an app and you're new to app development, new to releasing apps, I strongly recommend that you look through the protocols and make sure that your app follows all the different requirements in order to be released. Okay, so here we have our app. It says show alert. I click it. Success! You have pressed the button. Congrats. And so that's how to make an alert. Really simple. There's some other ways you can do it. You can add some different responses. You can add a yes, no click inside if you want to proceed with a certain action inside an alert. There's a couple different things you can do with alerts. If you're interested in knowing more about that, I strongly recommend just using Google. And honestly, there's a lot of good forums out there where people explain how to do those things. And a good sign of a developer is that they can get almost everything they need to get done on their own simply by using Google. And so if you have any questions, you can feel free to direct message me to let me know, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. If not, head out there and search for your own answers. Have a great day.